Welcome, everybody, to Catfish Weekly, presented by Whiskerware Apparel, along with Doc Lang. I'm Lyle Stokes. We got a good one tonight, Doc.
Yes, we do.
We got Northwood Angling guys are going to be on here in a little bit. They're trying to figure out a couple of things on one of them's phone. They're going to be live from the Minnesota River in their boat, catfishing. And from what I've seen, Luke just put a flathead in a boat.
Yeah, had his tee in his arm, one arm, and a flathead in the other.
He's a pure leaf kind of guy, isn't he, Doc?
Yeah.
He's a hoot, man. Them guys are playing. Really looking forward to this. It's going to be a great show. We're going to have a lot of fun. We got a lot of stuff to go over. We got tournament results. We got upcoming events. We got Doc's tip of the week. And I think while we're waiting on Luke and Jacob and them guys, that we probably ought to go ahead and get our deal that we run for the 1,000 subscribers and go ahead and give away some stuff. What do you think?
Yep, sounds good to me.
Well, what I done, Doc, was I put together a little package already enveloped up, and we're going to give away some Whisker Stick lights. Tim at Whisker Sticks. We're going to give away a package of Hooker's Terminal Tackle Mad Catter hooks. Pretty nice bunch of hooks. And we're going to give away some RigRap's Ceramax super cutters. And I'm telling you, whoever gets these, they're going to love them. They are the greatest cutting device for braid line and mono that I have ever been associated with. And that'll make somebody a really nice package. And we're so happy to have 1,000 subscribers. You know, we don't post that stuff and ask for subscribers a lot of the times. We probably should, because there is benefits of having subscribers and different things, and we probably ought to go after that a little harder than it is what it is. And we do what we do, and you know, we're not up to speed, so to speak. Some of the younger guys are, so we're still having to figure all that out. But if you would pick out a number, Doc, we will go ahead and spin the wheel for those guys that have got in on this.
All right. Well, it's the end of the month, so let's go. I'm not going to say 31. I'm going to say number 3.
Thank you very much. Number 3 it is.
Number 3.
All right. Up here again. 2 and 3. And the winner is Dwayne Buckridge. Now, let's see what Dwayne wins. Now, again, this green spot that's empty, is if you get that, we'll tell you about it. If nobody gets it, we're going to keep rolling it until we either fill the position with somebody, just keep the surprise quiet. So here we go. Catfish Now magazine, Dwayne Buckridge. If you would contact Ron Presley with Catfish Now magazine, he would like to do an interview with you, and they will put it in their magazine. So that's the no. Spinning a wheel for that. We're giving him away this.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just wasted a spin, Doc. We just wasted a spin.
That's all right. That's one.
That's all right. We're just practicing up for later on.
Yeah,
that's all. Dwayne, message me on Facebook and give me your address. I will get this out to you tomorrow. It's already packaged up and it's ready to go. And we thank you guys for being part of our YouTube channel and subscribing to that. Else in this particular contest, with 1,000 subscribers, we only had 54 entries with that. Kind of surprised me, Doc. But we have a lot more than that in our RigRap prize wheel package. So, yeah. You know, it'll work out good. But, Dwayne, if you will send that to me, your address and stuff, I will get that out to you again. I'm going to write his name down here.
Dwayne Buckridge.
That'll make him a pretty nice package. Get that out of here. Check and see where them guys are at right now.
No, no music tonight, guys. Sorry. I got a bunch
No
of
music tonight.
No, I got a bunch of stuff coming in on my phone for a tournament I'm fishing this weekend, so I left the phone on the charger.
Oh man, wow, what a deal. While we're working with them, Doc, I have a couple of upcoming events here, and you may have some too. I'd like to go through them because they'll be getting in here with us a little bit. The first one I want to talk about is from Brent Timmerman. Brent sent me a message and says September 30th, Fishing for Sierra. It's a catfish and flathead tournament along with a raffle and a silent auction after the weigh-in. Food and drinks provided for a free donation. Great prizes to be given away and still looking for more. All proceeds will go to a scholarship for a student in the 2020 school year, which is the year this young lady was supposed to graduate. It's in memory of a young lady in town who was 15 years old and killed in a tragic accident a few months ago. Check out Cat Masters Tournament Series for the information and questions, and any donations, please contact Brett at 319-759-5709. And Brett, if you would, go ahead and post that stuff on our Catfish Weekly page so we can get the word out. We'll help you with that any way we can for a great cause, and them's the kind of things that we need to all stay involved with. Move my trash can, now I can't find it. I also would like to let everybody know that Indiana Catfish Association will be having the King of the Ohio tournament on August 12th. The top 5 will be qualified for the Catfish Weekly National Championship. It's a 2-part tournament. Part 1 starts at daybreak, and then there's a night part of it too. So you can get a hold of them. It'll be out of Leavenworth, Indiana. So get a hold of the guys at Indiana Catfish and check that out. All-American Catfish out of Kansas City, Kansas. We'll be having a night tournament August the 12th. Kansas City, Kansas on the Call River. Tim Berger with anything. If any questions or anything you'd like to know about that, Tim can help you out with that. Doc, I went to see my barber today. I got to tell you, I found this cool dude. He runs a thing called Bugsy's. This guy is the coolest guy. He's a young cat, and he says just like we all used to see when we went to when we was kids going to these things. So it's just really cool. Look what we have in here.
It's us. What's going on?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Ooh.
Whoa! Luke Hentges.
How's it going, guys?
All right.
Welcome, Jacob. How you and Brett doing?
I'm doing great. We're doing well. We just caught a flathead. Luke just caught a flathead about 10 minutes ago. Doing really well.
I saw
that
everybody
on
about that.
Facebook.
That's a great fish, man.
How
do you guys determine who's going to catch the first fish and who catches the second fish and all that?
On a night like tonight, we're on the Minnesota waters. We only get 3 lines. So Luke's rod happened to go off. He reeled it in.
Always Luke's rod.
Always Luke's
That's
rod.
pretty cool. So you don't take turns and Luke's first and Jacob's second,
We
you're
do.
third or anything like that?
If we go out of town, we do.
Yep. When we're down on the Missouri, out on the Trinity, then we take turns. 1, 2, 3. Everybody gets a chance. If you whip it,
Now,
you're out.
So where you're at right now, you're only allowed 1 pole per person?
Yep.
1 pull per person. It's a tragedy.
Oh, man, I thought Ohio was bad with just 2.
now that is Minnesota law, right?
Fighting tooth and nail to get to.
Yeah, wow.
We're trying to get it tied to
Well-
things like an extra endorsement where you have to pay more. They still are fighting it. They don't want anything to do with it.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Now that's what they have in Iowa. You can have 2 in Iowa, and you get the third if you pay X amount of dollars more. Now in Missouri, you're allowed 2 on the Mississippi River, unless the third one is tagged for an address or conservation number on it, and the rest of the state is 3. But you can do more if it's like line and anything. You're allowed 33 hooks in the water, so anything more than what you have on 3 rods would count towards that. But in tournaments, it's 3. That's pretty standard boiler stuff there.
Yeah, you can have 33 if you have your name on every rod or something like that. Isn't that what it is?
That's what it is in Missouri, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
See some stuff like that when we visit Texas, Missouri, and stuff like that, but we still don't. We're still not equipped to carry that.
You gotta
many
bend
rods.
down. Your head's cut
I
off.
do gotta bend down. This stream was set up for sub 6 footers. What kind of show have we got going? What is this?
Now you look like a real person.
Let me take a knee.
Now,
Oh, there he is.
whose boat are you guys in tonight?
We're in my boat. We're in the shark boat.
Now, tell us about your boat.
It's an Alumacraft Bay 2072 tunnel with a 150 Suzuki prop. Trolling motor up front, center console, and it's got a gigantic shark mouth on the front of it. Fast, fun boat. Yep.
Heck
You
yeah.
gotta move. He's gotta move so you can see what Luke's doing.
Oh yeah, look at what
Oh,
Look at this. Doc, I feel kind of bad about this. We're cutting in on their dinner, but I'm quite sure if we was there, we'd be joining.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh man.
This
That
is
looks
just the
awesome.
first course. This is just the first course. Chicken wings
Now,
followed by
guys,
brats later.
I have watched Luke cook on his live feeds, and it always looks really good. It really does. And he says he's not a chef per se, but some of the stuff he fixed on them live feeds, he could have qualified.
I agree.
He's a couple states away from you guys, so you haven't had the opportunity to eat it, but the guy can cook. It turns out really, really well. Delicious.
That's awesome. That's
Master
awesome. Well,
of craft.
I understand you guys will be trying to make a trip to Missouri. I'm hoping we can hook up, but if not, Luke and I have talked about getting you all down here and taking a trip on the Lake Ozark for a day or 2, and then maybe going to St. Louis for a day or 2 and doing some stuff down there. Now, I don't know how you all feel about that, but I'm pretty excited about that.
That's them. I've got a lot on my plate. They're planning on doing the Missouri trip as soon as they can.
Weekly on YouTube,
and
guys.
just to give you guys a heads
We're
up,
live
we've got a double type
the
of setup
video
going
cast.
on in the boat
Hit the
tonight.
link,
Luke
Catfish
is
Weekly,
live on his
YouTube.
page while we're
That's
live
where we're
on
gonna be.
yours.
So we're gonna turn the camera around.
Just
Right,
in case
so
you
that's
wonder what's
actually
going
not
on.
feedback
On the-
people are hearing.
That.
That's on his live feed while you guys are talking to me on Catfish Weekly.
He just gave his explanation on his live stream. It should be pretty obvious. He's going to be filming with his phone above the phone that we're live feeding from right now.
It's up there.
It's right up there,
I knew-
about 3 feet above
I
us.
knew this was going to be a hoot. I knew we was going to have a blast. And so before I get carried away, Doc is sitting here, and I know he wants to talk to you guys, and I'm going to let him take over for a while.
All right.
So what river system are you fishing right now?
Oh, we're on the Mississippi. We're right by the Minnesota River.
Oh, okay.
Right at the confluences.
Oh, all right. So
We're at 31 feet of water right now.
that was my next question. Have you got current?
Yeah,
Do you
that
have
flat came
current?
30 feet. Live bullhead.
Do you have
Good.
current?
Yeah, we're right on the edge of the current seam here.
Okay, about time for a 100-pounder then. That's the last time you fished a current seam. You had a 100-pounder, wasn't it?
We got him crossed, man. We got him
Yeah.
crossed. At least we know we'll be eating good.
Yeah.
In Missouri, yeah, we call that one a current swing. Everybody gives us crap
Hey,
for
guys,
it.
probably wondering what's going on here.
Yeah.
Live right now. We're live
It's weird with Luke talking in the
on
background.
another phone.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, we can.
We got
He's
summon
coming
our,
right
get our
over.
focus.
We're live on video cast, guys.
That's
Catfish
pretty good.
Weekly. Get over there.
Could we?
Is
I
that, is
knew
that
it was gonna be a
phone
loser.
that we're hearing the beep beep?
Go subscribe.
Somebody's buzzing in.
Live.
That,
Louse.
that's they're using to video us, and that's
Well,
somebody
sometimes
trying
it's
to
really-
message in on them.
That's what we're doing.
Oh, is it our phone?
What's up?
It's somebody's
Yeah.
phone because we hear it
Yeah,
buzzing in whoever it is they're trying to message you while we're doing this, and we hear it especially in these earphones.
Justin Wolf goes, for the love of God, stop the
Hey.
vibrating phone, man.
I think I got it fixed.
All right. Okay, we got questions coming in. What are the setups and the rigs that you're using?
Go ahead.
Basic Carolina rig, slip sinker rig, 3-4 ounces of lead is all you need to keep a big bait pinned this time of year on the Mississippi or Minnesota River. So
Right here.
live bullheads, yeah, here we go. We've got a Tomcat custom right here. This is one of our cut bait setups. Short leader, 10-inch leader. Heavy duty swivel from bottom dweller's tackle. Sinker slide. 8-aught circle hook. You put a chunk of creek chub, sucker. Put that on there, cast it out. Next question. It's just that easy, folks.
That's right.
I did.
Anybody got a question for Luke?
Yeah, well, I'm looking at them right now.
Oh, you're looking. Oh, wow. Whoa.
Yeah, we got it on YouTube here. So
God, that high in the air.
There's going to be sore necks across the country tonight. Looking back and
That's
forth
all right.
between live stream feeds.
Catfish Weekly, guys. We're on Catfish Weekly right now. Go check it out. Go subscribe.
They're
We're
here.
live. We're live on Catfish Weekly right now.
Talk to the man.
Now
All right, guys.
we got to get Peter on here
Wow,
the
how's
next
it going?
time. It's going good, buddy. How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm I'm a little well, it's a little warm, but it's not bad, you know.
Yeah, I was been telling everybody all week you guys are going to be on the Minnesota River, and here you are on the Mississippi.
No, don't be mistaken. We could throw a rock at
It's
the
right next
Minnesota
to
River.
us. We're right at the confluence.
It's right.
You know, I non-flux works out for you guys that far up north, but at the confluence of the Missouri and the Mississippi, there's been 2 or 3 world records and 2 or 3 state records caught in that general area within just a mile or so of there. So that sounds like a good spot to me.
It is a good spot. It's a really big walleye spot too. A lot of the sparkly boat guys come out here, fish for walleyes. We're out
Is
here
that
in the
even
shark boat.
classified as a fish these days?
Not, I don't,
Rough
Rough
at the,
fish.
at the
Look at
Doc,
Luke.
you never get to talk before Luke today.
huh?
Yeah, so you never get to talk with Luke. If you got any questions you want to ask him today,
Yeah, he's got his pure life. A man after my own heart. That's some good tea. So
pretty good.
pretty good. Oh man, you know, Luke, you do a lot of live feeds at night, and between you and Dieter, I have a blast watching you guys. I can work and turn my monitor around. If too much stuff's going on, I can get on my phone. Or actually, I have 2 PCs and 2 laptops in this shop, so I mean, I'm pretty much set for there. But you guys are all you guys put together, you and Peter and
Welcome to the
Blake
team.
and
Roberto
Jacob. You
Rodriguez.
do a really good job, not only with your Northwood angling stuff, but with the live feeds. And I think the live feeds has promoted your production stuff. What do you think about that?
I think it's like the gateway drug for YouTube. I think
Well, it is for you every night.
no, I think live streams on YouTube I think are bigger than live streams on Facebook help because well, I shouldn't say that.
They prime you.
YouTube's more of a you get a wider range of people. So I've noticed, that night we did my 4-hour stream, we got 350 subs, and most of the people that subbed I'm not friends with or have friends on Facebook who know the people. So then you get on Facebook and it's always you have mutual friends with the people that are joining. But I mean, they're both pretty powerful. It's a pretty new thing, and I jumped on it pretty quick watching forget the bass guy started live streaming on Facebook, and it's kind of what got me to do it. I just wanted to try it, and I figured it out.
Catfish Weekly.
I get a lot of
Well,
my streaming stuff, where I talk to people and try to go through comments and whatnot. Kind of came from my background in watching professional gamers stream on like a gaming page.
He just used professional and gamer in the same
Yeah.
sentence, folks. We're professional fishermen too.
So
I got to tell you, Luke, I might be your biggest fan. I don't think, unless we're out of town, I never miss a show. And from the time I turn it on, unless you get knocked off, I never turn it off.
you know what, Lyle? I always say the same about you. I'm your biggest fan, so it works out pretty good.
Well,
There you go.
that kind of touches me a little bit, but I watch you guys, and when you guys are all in a boat, it makes for a great show. You guys give a lot of great information. It's no bull crap. It's straight stuff, and you're having a wonderful time doing it. That's what makes the show so good.
Oh, we have a blast.
I like Doc
Now,
better, by the way.
Let me.
Being-
That's okay. I get to fish with him, and I get to fish with your river monsters, boys. So you can just
we
eat
have
your
a
heart
good
out
time.
over that.
We do have a
Catfish
good
Weekly.
time.
Check out Catfish Weekly, guys. We're live
Jacob,
right now.
When you guys come on your live feeds like you was last week, and you and Luke was out there doing that show, the fishing wasn't very good.
No.
You guys didn't catch hardly anything. I don't even remember what you did catch, but it wasn't a great deal. But now, you didn't lose viewers. You guys are so entertaining that you retain the people watching the show. Now, that's awesome.
Thank you.
It
It's
really
really
is.
this
I mean,
guy. He's really our golden ticket.
Well, I thought you was going to say ditch pickle there for a minute.
Well, that too. Did you hear that Facebook Live is going to come out with monetization?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's my concern. Because if he starts getting paid from Facebook, it's not going to be good. Not going to be good for
his
Northwood.
job. Yeah, he'd be quitting his job.
I know.
Breaking his phone for job security.
I would like to get hooked up with however he's got his deal set up for data. Whatever he's got is amazing. I think we all ought to have that, don't you, Doc?
Yeah.
I have the plan for a 100-person office building.
What?
Wow.
You do? No.
Wow. I'm guessing now that you might use up the other 99% of them's data stream.
We use up a little bit of your data stream with this stuff.
That's okay. That's all right. Let her rip, buddy.
No, my phone has unlimited too. He's just better at live streaming.
Well,
So we have my phone. We have my phone on you, and his is on upstairs.
Well, you got to have a gift of gab. Luke does, and he's extremely good at it. It's not that you guys aren't good at it, but there's never a dull moment with Luke. And I got to tell you now, boys would
keep the compliments. Keep the compliments coming. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, when Luke knocks them phones over and he goes running after the fish, and you're sitting there looking at the bottom of the boat, and he's saying, "Hang on, guys, I'll be right back. I'll be right back." You know something's happening in the boat. You're not sure what it is, but something's going on.
Yeah, lately when I've been fishing alone, my phone ends up on the floor when I have a fish on. So I broke about every piece of my live stream equipment the other night trying to film catching a fish.
That's better than hitting the water.
It's true.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah.
Food's
It
done. We're gonna.
absolutely is.
Chicken's done, guys. It's looking pretty good.
You want a piece?
Oh man.
It's looking good. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
I can almost smell it, man.
Oh, it looks good, guys.
I
What
can
kind of
almost
grill
smell it.
is-
So are you?
What kind of grill is that?
So Weber Q.
Just uses a little green bottle on it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the only grill I use at home too. I have the same one.
He's cooking for one.
Yeah.
He's cooking
So
for.
it's technically cooking for 3 for normal people.
So, Luke, are you going to do any more of your live feeds on cooking at all, or is that out for now?
Yeah, I'll get into it more in the fall and the winter. I'm just so busy fishing every day.
Now, when do you guys start getting hard water up in Minnesota?
December 1st.
Can we even talk about that?
Next question.
Next question.
All depends. It really depends on the weather and how cold it stays. Once you get that first bit of ice, then you're good, and then it starts freezing. But if it gets cold, warm, you lose that first layer of ice, then you got to restart again.
Right. Jacob, you do the majority, if not all, of the editing and stuff like that for Northwoods Angling.
I have to, you guys look good.
It's not hard.
I don't know. You do a pretty good job. I mean, it may be hard to do. I'm not sure, but you're doing a really good job with it now. From the time you guys cut video that you want to, as much of it as you wanted to do in a place, how long does it take you to get to come out as finished product like you do?
What's up, guys?
I guess it depends on how lazy I am.
Okay.
Edits are probably 30, 40 hours. But I do get some help. We have a silent person that helps me as well.
Okay.
Now, there
I
are
hear
some
Luke.
people that are asking, what kind of phones and equipment are you using?
For just the live stream right now, this is Luke's phone. It's on a mount, our light mount that we usually have our lights up in the air with. So they're both S7s. They're Galaxy S7s, and then our main cameras for actually when we do our full production shows is a DJI Osmo. It's a steady camera, so you can
go grab the cage.
move it around. And then we all wear lavalier
What's up,
mics,
guys?
wireless
We're live
lavalier
right
mics.
now.
Okay, cool.
Well, that must be how you get such clean audio as those lav mics.
We're on a video cast.
Yep.
Yeah.
guys.
Until
Curious what's going
until
on.
Luke puts it in his pocket and sits down, then we have issues.
This is not it. We're live
We
here.
went through 2 already.
Go over to Catfish.
You didn't hear me.
Witness for customer
Yeah, well, they-
support and warranties.
Yeah, warranty. Make sure you have warranty. This is the cage that we mount the real camera on. So we're able to hold it and film.
Oh,
I
okay.
see. Now, will
And then we
that
have
mount on a tripod at all?
It could, yeah, but we're usually holding it.
I see.
With our camera, you don't need a tripod because it's, actually, I'll show you. Hold on one sec.
What's up, guys?
We've also added to our arsenal in the past 2 episodes the double
What's going on,
flatheads
guys?
and the Idaho
We are-
sturgeon.
We're live.
We got a DJI Mavic Pro drone,
Make sure.
so we're able to get them really
Check it
high
out,
shots, chasing the boat, stuff like
I was
that.
that drone. Who operates the drone, Blake?
What's going on, Tony?
Jacob and I both do. However, a week ago, during one of Luke's live streams, I crashed into the side of a building in downtown St. Paul, Minnesota. So that drone is on its way to California,
So the
To get-
doctor.
fixed by the drone doctor.
Oh, man.
Supposed to make smart decisions.
You should see how much he yelled at us when we were flying the drone about being smart. You can't let it out of sight. You can't go around corners. And then he called us and said, I was going around the side of a building.
I was busy breaking the rules and I broke the drone.
So this is our main camera. It's on an Axis gimbal. so you can move it back and forth and still be steady.
Appreciate it.
I see.
Interesting.
Pretty neat setup.
Yeah,
Catfish Weekly,
Yeah.
guys. This is what we're doing.
it works for us because you can hand it to like a guy like Luke, and he can film pretty decently without having to do focus or,
Go swimming?
you know, shaking, breathing.
You want this thing?
Now, you guys have been on some major trips this year. You've been white sturgeon fishing. You've been alligator gar fishing. What else have you got planned?
We're only halfway through. I'm not sure if we're gonna
We're
expose that.
We
If
can
we're
talk
gonna keep
about
it a
it.
secret. Okay. Tell them, Jake.
we're going channel cat fishing in Lockport, Manitoba.
36 days.
Selkirk.
Right now,
Traveled
they're chasing the elusive chicken wing.
We're not chasing.
Michael Emerson?
We're pillaging the chicken wing.
Well, I seen Luke snap back, so he must have put his hand on the grill or something back there when he was reaching.
He eats the bones.
Sorry, I've been cooking
Oh,
and watching.
Luke,
We're
you
cooking.
digest
You know,
something.
And we're also
if you go real quick, you might be able to snatch that wing out of his hand, put it on a hook before he gets the next bite.
If you want to end up on a hook, you don't touch- first thing I learned here in Northwoods is you don't touch his food.
Don't touch his food.
I don't think I'd touch either one of your two's food either.
We're kind of full figured. You know what I mean?
Well, you don't go hungry when you're a cat fisherman.
That's exactly right.
Now, if the
Oh,
if the fish were biting as good as the chicken wings are being bit,
They're delicious. We seasoned them with Creole seasoning. So yeah, and our next trip is in 36. Our next bigger trip. I think these guys are going to go hit the lower stretch of the Red River. But in about 36 days, we're going to head north 8 hours, where the Red River dumps into Lake Winnipeg. Last dam there, fish Lockport.
kind of give you guys an idea on what it's like up there if you've never fished Selkirk or in Lockport, Selkirk, Manitoba. We have a guy that goes there, a buddy that goes there every year. Last year, they averaged over 18 pounds for every fish they caught, and they caught over 4,000 pounds in a weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he video
That's
logged
laying 'em
out of
out.
this too over at Detro Fish On at YouTube. You can look him up. He's got a lot of videos, a lot of content.
I've watched his videos. They're very good.
Yeah, over
They're very
2,000
good.
pounds in what was that?
4,000. Yeah, they had a 2,000-pound day, which is ridiculous.
So we've
Yeah,
got
it is.
something in mind
is.
for Lockport. We're gonna send a GoPro up about 15, 20 feet above the boat.
GoPro.
Yep, and we're gonna run a time lapse of the entire day, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of channel cats, and then speed it up and show it to you guys. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Oh, that will be nice. That'd be
We'll
that'd
actually
be outstanding.
fish in this stream for once. It'll be great.
It's
Yeah.
shooting fish in a barrel there. It's gonna look like an ant farm going on in the boat.
Actually, Luke, I got an email yesterday, and I was thinking about you when I received it. It was late last night from the people at the Cats Incredible tournament. They had sent me the results yesterday. And when they sent those, I was thinking about you, and that's where you and I first met, was up there at the Cats Incredible tournament.
Was I
That's
there?
right. No.
No.
That was my first time ever fishing it.
Me too, and I haven't been back, and I want to go back. It's a long haul up there. We drove all night and got there the next morning and pre-fished a couple of days and fished that tournament, and it was an absolute blast. And, we need to plan a trip up there, maybe get together and go up there maybe next year.
I agree. Let's do it.
That sounds like a plan, because I had a great time up there, and it's not 900 degrees up there either.
It's pretty good weather if it's not windy.
Yeah.
Well, even on that river, you can kind of get out of the wind, sort of.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think you brought me the next year.
I brought Jacob the next year, and
2 out of the money, Lyle. First time fishing.
Oh, killer.
And we threw back a keeper fish because we thought it was a 1/2 inch long. But when they measured all of our other fish we brought in, they were a 1/2 inch shorter than we measured. So we threw like 5 pounds away or something.
so they pretty much threw away $2,000.
Well, I'll never forget. Brad told me when we went up there the first one. He said, "Don't keep for big fish. Don't keep anything under 14 pounds before noon." He said, "After noon, then you can start worrying about if you don't have your overfish in the boat." And the first day we couldn't catch any little fish, and the second day we couldn't catch any over. So it
I was
just
the same
wasn't.
way.
Yeah, it wasn't to be that time, but we caught a ton of fish and had a wonderful time. And that's some of the best people that you ever want to deal with. Everybody up there is so friendly and nice, and they work really hard to make sure you have everything that you need.
You know what made you catch all those fish, Lyle, was those frogs I gave you.
You know what? We caught some fish on those frogs. I'll tell you. There's certain times a year in our area where frogs will work pretty good, but other times they don't work really good. And my daughter actually was out one night here a while back. They was all over our swimming pool, and she was out there catching them babies up and bringing them to me. And we put them in the refrigerator, but they're kind of gone by the wayside now.
Yeah, I'd love to use frogs out here. Your shirt.
No, I don't want to get grease all over my shirt. Let me wash my hands.
All right.
Jacob, you guys got some new shirts come out.
Yeah,
You want to tell us about them?
he's got one on.
Let's see it.
Yeah, there it is. River
Heck yeah.
Warrior. Yeah, we commissioned an artist to draw the flathead with the bullheads. We added the River Warrior. And I think in a couple weeks they'll be out on our store.
Good deal.
And they'll be Angling website and purchase those.
Yep.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, the actual shirt, the Northwoods back here won't be on there. The image will just be bigger in the back.
Okay, good. So how come, Luke, is that you get one of those shirts and Blake and Jacob doesn't have one?
We didn't want to look weird and all have the same shirt on.
We made that mistake.
Okay.
We made that mistake in Idaho. We look like a cleaning crew taking turns.
The white sturgeon video with 4 gray shirt guys holding that fish up. Just look.
Yeah.
Look.
I got to tell you, I watched that right after you guys put that out, and that was about as quick a release as anything I ever seen.
Yeah. Oh,
Fish
God.
was so big.
Oh,
Blake or Luke should have been at the front. I was at the front.
yeah.
I'm like 4'3".
Yeah. Why'd they put the little guy up there at the end of it?
Yeah.
I was paying him back for the gar that he made me lift.
I tried to hold on too when he started going, but it didn't work out.
Oh, that was a great fish, man. That was a great fish.
I'm going to go to my live stream. Blake's coming in.
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Jacob, while we got you on here, I said we need to spin the wheel. People are going to start saying, "Why aren't we spinning the wheel?" So we need to spin the wheel.
Let's spin the wheel.
Give me a number from 1 to 10.
11.
What? 4. Number 4. No,
Number 4.
Number 4. All right.
Here we go. 1.
Thank you.
Who's winning?
2.
We're spinning the wheel, guys. Catfish Weekly.
3. 4. And the winner is Nikita Duffield. Nakita, Nikita Duffield.
Keita Duffield. What'd she win, Lyle?
Well, we're gonna spin the wheel and see what she won. You were just checking to see if I really did know, wasn't you? Oh, here we go.
I got one.
Oh, fish on! Fish on!
I look back at the
Fish on!
spread in the inside rod, which was mine this time. Went all the
Tennessee
way across
River
the other 2
Monsters.
rods.
She just won a package from Tennessee River Monsters.
9-pound flathead. I don't know.
Hold on, we're doing the wheel.
She won a package of stuff from Tennessee River Monsters and
Captain Scott.
Captain Scott Manning. And if you will contact Scott, he will hook you up.
Just a sickly big.
Let's watch him catch this fish.
Oh, he's just holding on by a whisker.
Show him up. Oh, wow. It's not a channel cat you want to eat. Blake's having issues.
Is he now?
He was trying to,
Oh,
and he lost
quick
it.
release. Practice conservation. That was one of the biggest 34-inch channel cats I've ever caught. Glad you guys got to see it. It was hooked by the whisker. It was barely hooked. I didn't want to tell Luke to interrupt his stream to.
Now, Blake, are you in some really great channel cat fishing water up there?
We are. Yep. Our top end size range is like 20 pounds.
It's great fish.
Uncommon. That is a healthy fish, but that's the top end of what we see. I'd say our average is 30 something inches, 10 pounds, 31, 32.
Yeah.
That's what we see the most of when we throw cut bait out.
Blake loves that fish, guys. A little disappointing. He couldn't.
Wow. Those are
Everybody
some
that
great
lives
fish.
here is gonna know where we are.
Kind of glad we did, Luke.
Hey, Glenn from RigRap wants to know who the artist is that you commissioned.
We just lost a fish boat side. We're still live.
What was that?
Glenn from RigRap wants to know who the artist was that you commissioned to do your
Jonathan.
drawing.
Jonathan
Good,
Taylor.
Blake?
Okay.
Stay here.
Yep, please.
I don't
He
want
did a
to
lot
bend
of
over.
the
Trying to get this on.
I don't want to bend over
the
too far.
skeleton
Blake will-
drawings.
So we're live on Catfish Weekly.
There, I know there's a
YouTube.
skeleton
Just join us
flathead
here.
out there, and that's
Go
what
over
kind
to
of brought
Catfish
us into
Weekly. I
him.
think there's a link in this
Mhm.
live. Watch the live stream.
What else did Jonathan Taylor do?
Or was it?
The shirts he did.
You just did a small mold.
Fish bum, right?
He does all fish bum.
He does all the fish bum stuff.
Okay.
Cabela's,
Cabela's,
3 Days Grace,
whoever that is.
the band.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're
So you're
they're 4 Days Grace, other band. Surprised you didn't know that.
so what did they win, Lyle? It was a little crazy here in the boat.
Right. She won a package of
Did you guys
hooks and floats from Captain Scott Manning with Tennessee River Monster Guide
Awesome.
Service. And yeah, it's a really cool deal. Scott's, I think Scott thought we was picking on him for a little while. About the first 3 or 4 weeks he was on there, he got hit twice.
Yeah, he got hit.
And, you know, this is, I think, the third time that he's going to be giving away prizes. Aaron Wheatley's another one that's been hit a couple of times with prizes on our wheel. And then we have some that's never been hit.
George has been hit a couple times.
George has been hit a couple of times. Whiskerware, our title sponsor, Whiskerware Pearl, has never been hit. And that's unbelievable. You know, you would think you would hit them at some point.
Right.
Bad Catter hooks have been hit a couple of
Several
times.
times, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, they're very popular with the wheel, and we've given away 2 or 3 Bill Dance autographed hats from Mississippi River Monsters too. So
I don't see one problem with the whole program.
what's that?
I'm looking for a pure
Couldn't one of them little pizza pie shaped wedges be an autographed Luke Hentges card, something like that?
It could, but he's got to give me something to give away.
Headshot. He's got new headshots coming out, so.
Yeah, you just want the glamour shots, got completely redone.
If you will get me a picture of Luke from Glamour Shots with his signature on it, I promise you, I'll give it away.
Yeah.
We may have something better in the archives of footage.
We definitely do.
Wouldn't necessarily be a glamour shot, huh?
I'm wondering if it'd necessarily be appropriate.
If you send it, we'll give it away.
We cut loose on our trips. When we're on our way home from a trip, our cheeks hurt from smiling. We laugh all the way along.
They're real good.
We mesh pretty well. It's a lot of fun going on these
Real
trips, hanging out with your buddies, traveling across the U.S., catching big fish. We've managed to have pretty good success in not traveling to destinations and getting skunked. We always catch something.
You guys all subscribe to Catfish.
Seem to always get one big fish at least.
At least one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys caught a giant blue cat down on the Missouri River last year. That was an awesome fish.
Luke has a printed disclaimer. We can take no credit for that. That was in his boat. It was his fish. It was his pole. It was his fishing line. It was his credit. That fish is still his, even though he released it. And so if you get it, let him know.
Please.
Yeah, that was a giant fish.
Yeah.
It was.
It
Good
was.
thing is, like
You
I
know,
said, everything is catch and release when it comes to the trophy size stuff. Maybe once in a while
Sure.
we'll catch and keep a smaller catfish that'll fill up a frying pan, not a landing net. So
Right, and that's what makes it good. You know, one of the things that I will let you guys know in Missouri a few years ago, they passed a law to where there's no commercial fishing on the Missouri River from the entry on the Kansas-Nebraska side to where it turns into the confluence on the Mississippi. Since that has been done, the size and
seen what
quality,
happened.
yeah, the size and quality of blue catfish have jumped in that section of river. And why these guys can't see how much good it done there and why they can't incorporate that in other areas like the Mississippi River where it is really needed is beyond me.
James River.
Yeah, James, that's another one. That's exactly right.
And just have faith. Eventually, I think common sense will prevail, and some of that stuff will get reversed. It's a really positive step in the right direction for catfish conservation, having them commercial netting, commercial harvest of stuff that people target as trophy and sport fish.
One of the things
important.
that I believe, Blake, I really do, that if they would pass the 34-inch rule or 35 in some states, if 2 over for everybody, whether they be a commercial guy or not, was implemented, it would pretty much take care of itself, because the commercial guys cannot afford to go out and get 2 fish over a day and survive.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Dwayne Buckridge says spin the wheel.
We just did.
We just
They
did.
just did.
Tell him to hang on. We're going to do it again.
He's greedy.
He thinks he's got some pull around here.
Is
You know,
that
you got
Dwayne
chicken
Buckridge?
wings.
Who's Dwayne
Is it-
Buckridge? Yeah, Dwayne Buckridge.
He's already won once tonight.
Oh, what?
That's what I thought. Dwayne, you already won.
Are you delayed?
Go to bed, Dwayne.
Go to bed. Leave YouTube up watching Catfish Weekly.
Yeah. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. In fact, we're probably going to spin a couple of times, aren't we, Doc?
Yeah.
We've got the prize wheel to do, and then I've got another prize we're going to give away. There's a little preview. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show.
What was that preview? I missed it. Looked like a piece of paper.
Well, here, I'll do it again.
All right, quickly. Oh,
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Lyle.
Okay.
Now,
All right, I'll tell you what it is. One of our buddies, one of the original guys from the show, is doing a fundraiser, and his name is Paul Ragsdale, and he runs a site called Team Fat Boys. And what Paul does is he takes donations and does raffles and things to accumulate money so he can buy tackle boxes and fishing rods and reels, and he takes them and gives them away to children. He takes them and goes and takes the elderly guys that can't get out and go fishing, like at nursing homes and things like that. That's the kind of stuff that Paul does. He's been doing it out of his pocket for years.
that's great work.
This package, this is a book of 10 tickets that we are going to do a wheel spin for, and somebody will win these tickets, and I'll send them to them. And you will get a chance to win a Black Horse custom rod that I'm going to build specially for this event. And we're going to draw for this. I'm looking here to see when it is. August the 28th on the show. So, Ben, you guys want to spin the wheel again? Blake, if you'll pick out a number, we'll give that away right now.
Pick 1. Just like Northwoods.
Number 1.
1.
And the winner is Michelle Mock Jones.
Heck yeah.
Way to go, Michelle.
You're welcome, Michelle. We picked 1.
That's a 10-pack. That's not the 1-pack that a lot of the people get. That's a
a
10-pack.
10-pack of tickets.
Yeah.
Lyle, I want to talk about something, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need another wing.
So, I'm on my stream right now. I plan on doing Lyle, maybe you can help me with this. So I'm gonna do a 4 to 6 hour live stream, charity live stream on YouTube,
Yes, sir.
and I wanna pick the right charity. Want to pick the right charity for the event. I want to try to. My goal is to raise $5,000 on a stream, and I think that's doable. I think it's doable if we get all the YouTubers to share it. And this is more about the charity, not so much all about Northwoods Angling. I wanna use what I've been given with this live streams and being fortunate enough to have people come watch them. I want to do a charity event where people can donate, and then we keep a tally and try to reach a goal. I'll go as long as I can.
You're gonna have to have somebody help you hold that camera, dude.
Oh, Jacob, is it going to be in the boat with me?
Okay. Well, what can I do to help you?
Maybe give me some good ideas on it. Well, I want to do one charity or maybe two and split it. Maybe a kids charity, outdoors kids or veterans. I'm not sure what route I want to go or what you think would be a good idea. You've been around a long time because you're so old, but
wow. You've seen some things.
That
I
white
have
beard
seen
didn't
some
disappear
things.
there.
Well, Luke, I want to tell you, I am extremely fond of all the stuff for children. Veterans is very near and dear to me. I also cancer survivors and the American Diabetes Association. So I don't think it's any of those you could go wrong with. One of the things that I would like to see more people involved with, and you don't see as much of it anymore, is the Memphis Children's Hospital they have down there. What do they call that, Doc?
Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought, but it's a cancer hospital for children out of Memphis, Tennessee. Danny Thomas started it years and years ago. You probably don't even know who Danny Thomas is, but it's a great deal. And I think that's one of the best things that money can be given to ever.
We need kids.
We got to have them. They're the future of our world,
Yep.
Not just our sport, but they're the future of the world. I got to ask you, dude, is that stuff as good as it looks?
It's really, really good. It's incredible.
I kind of thought it was. A Make-A-Wish is another good place.
That's only the first course. We have brats coming up.
Two kinds of brats.
Oh, you guys are going to founder out there.
We don't mess around, Lyle.
St. Jude's, thank you.
There you go.
We got to keep Luke happy.
St. Jude's is one of my favorite deals for children. I think that probably is the number one best all-round thing that is involving kids. Shriners is another one, but I really am big on St. Jude's because they do so much and ask so little in return.
Maybe that'll be one of the ones I use.
Come on, do it before you're supposed to do it before you drink.
It's the favorite part of my of his live stream is when he pitches this.
When you have those dreams, you wake up and you're so angry that it wasn't reality. Well, one drink of this, you'll wake up, and those dreams you thought were fake will turn into reality. Only by drinking Pure Leaf, the thirst quenching machine for the outdoorsman. I recommend it.
Endorsed by Luke Hentges of Northwood Angling.
Best part.
Are you parched, Luke?
Oh, very parched. That salty, delicious, juicy chicken got me thirsty.
Doc, we got any more questions for these guys?
No, I don't see anything on YouTube.
I think guys are laughing so hard they haven't got time to type up anything.
Or that's our aim.
You know, the live feeds are great. Your guys' videos are really good, and I know that Jacob spends a ton of time doing these. I would like to see the video that come off of that when he crashed that drone, though.
Did you have it on video? He wasn't recording.
Oh, that's too bad.
Turn it a little
That's
this
too
way.
bad. So, why don't you guys tell us about Peter? He's a part of your team that's not here tonight.
Oh, Peter.
Peter, has a younger baby he had recently, so he's preoccupied with that and work, and it's tough for him to get out. He's being a new dad and all. So,
Peter's in sales, and sales are booming, so he's a busy boy, driving all around the state. He gets out when he can. It just didn't happen on Monday.
Well, and family first. We talk about that. Doc and I talk about that all the time. Family first, no matter what. And I commend him for that. Here a while back, you guys done a live feed, and you was working on a boat. Was that in Blake's boat motor?
that was my friend's house. That was someone else's.
Okay, it was another tall guy. I just thought maybe it was him.
No, that was Nate.
Nate Blake. I was close. But
He had the outboard
I
jet
watch them
boat.
all. I watch them all, man. Every one.
We were out that night. We were hole hopping with him.
So our next video is hopefully next Thursday if I get it done. But it's another flathead show.
Really exciting one. Peter's in that.
It's coming out next Thursday for sure. That just makes him do it even work even longer.
I heard him beating around the bush on how much time he is given to edit. He's got 2 weeks, or the whippings begin all over.
No, baby.
Yeah,
We try to do them in 2 weeks if we already don't have a show recorded. So new shows every other Thursday. But fishing big fish, it's tough, especially in Minnesota, to get a big fish show every 2 weeks. You got to fish a lot. You got to be out on the water a lot, which we are.
and they only give us so much PTO at work, paid time off.
Right.
If you guys could write to our bosses, it'd be a whole different situation. But at this point, my arguing with him alone has gotten me nowhere. We're stuck with a couple of weeks of travel time. Other than that, everything has to remain local. But that's
Doc,
the beauty
that
of
sounds
having
like your
4
boss.
guys. We can make multiple trips with or without certain guys.
Yep.
You get a little sick of Luke, you don't invite him.
You don't get sick of me.
No, you don't. It hasn't happened.
Okay. How did you guys all come together?
You want me to tell the story?
Do it.
So I moved over from. I'll start since
Wait
I
a
was
minute,
the.
wait a minute, Luke. Wait a minute. Muddy River Catfishing is on our channel, and I don't remember if he's ever been on there before. And
Mr. Chris.
Flores. I know when he comes on somebody's feed, that's a big deal, and that's a big deal to us. So, welcome to Catfish Weekly, Chris. We're so glad to have you and all the rest of yours, and we're holding right around 80 steady since you guys started. Yeah. I'll just let you know. So,
Not
so
surprised.
go ahead there, big guy.
Chris is a great man, I might add.
Absolutely.
I was out I started, my original nickname was Red River Luke. So I used to live on the Red River up north in Grand Forks. And that's where I started catfishing. And I moved to Fargo, and then I moved to South Dakota. And I found out I was going to move to Minneapolis. And I contacted Brad Durek, who to contact about catching flatheads in the cities in Minneapolis. And he told me Darren. So Detro, he set me up with Detro. I got to join this secret catfishing group in Minnesota. And I got it to be a member in there. And I kept hearing about Jakob, because Jakob used to fish every day. He'd always catch the biggest flatheads. And everyone's like, Jakob Hals always catches monsters. Jakob Hals this, Jakob Hals that. And I finally met him, and we started talking. And he says, I want to go fish alligator gar. And I said, heck, I do too. And we planned a trip. And our first trip ever was to Texas with alligator gar. And that was the trip we came up with Northwoods Angling. And ever since then, we've been best friends. And Blake just came in this couple years ago, started getting interested in what we were doing, and he was already our friend. And he put a lot of effort in with Northwood, so he's on board. You know, that's Peter was really good friends with Jakob before, so
In high school.
in high school, so
Alligator Gar is what brought me in. The first year that they went, I had been working on planning a trip, but was getting poor results on information on what to do. It was a cross-country trip. I didn't want to go about it without good information. I was turning up a whole lot of nothing. These guys went on the trip. I caught wind of that. When they came back, I kind of beat them up for some information on where to go, what to do, how to do it. And consequently, we planned the next year's trip. My first trip, his second trip, and it happened to be on the same time. So spent a bunch of time on the water and caught some really big fish that trip.
That's awesome.
Fish on every trip since. So subscribe.
There was ladies walking in the woods, and
I holler them. I get them. If you're in our vicinity, you're gonna be solicited. I'm like the Mormon. I'm like the Jehovah Witness of the water. When I see you going by, I'm gonna spread the good word. I'm gonna let you know about our Savior. I'm gonna let you know about our mission. I'm gonna let you know about what we have coming up. I'm gonna let you know about the past, the present, the future, everything in between.
every gas station.
So I like to let them know I get at least one organic sub every single day. It might be the guy in the Taco Bell drive-thru. It might be the guy that cut me off in traffic, and I get up next to him again and summons him to roll down his window and spread the message. And yeah.
Good ship.
Dieter Melhorn has joined our show also. Welcome, Dieter. It's glad to see you.
Dieter!
I enjoyed
We were joining yours the other night.
enjoyed your shows. Yeah. Dieter's been doing some night stuff here lately, and I think he does it because he can actually read the stuff on his phone better than he can in the daytime.
yeah, he can't read it very well.
You have trouble?
He says he don't like night fishing, but he's become a night owl here lately.
That long hair is getting over your eyes, Dieter.
Peter,
He performed well the other day. Congrats on them 2 big fish.
awesome blue.
It was giant blue, wasn't it?
To go-
Really nice.
Sure, it was the same shirt and it didn't pick up any extra stains like you were tricking us.
He kind of rubbed it into me, not gonna lie. I don't blame
Yeah,
him.
he was asking me about it. He said, "Ask Luke if he seen my fish."
That's the seal of approval now. If Luke has acknowledged your fish.
Chad Hansen would like to know, Luke, if you guys are still going to be live after you get done doing our show.
Yeah, I'll go live again later on my Facebook. I'm probably gonna get off on my Facebook stream, but I'll be back on.
Okay. Dieter says he loves you guys, which I knew he did.
It was kind of a toss-up tonight as to what to fish. We had the Minnesota in mind, but with the sun still up, daytime conditions, we decided to hit this confluence.
I called Dieter the other day. I wanted to make sure we could match when we were both on live stream, so
Yeah.
I like competition.
I did call him, but it was for something else.
I enjoy Dieter very much. He's a great guy, good guy to have in the sport. He does a really good job like you guys do. And the only problem that I have is when you're both on at the same time, it's hard to distinguish because I've got one of you on a page open. I'm watching you both switching back and forth, and I can't figure out the audio to where I can separate you guys.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is get another cell phone provider so you can have
Catfish
2
Weekly,
phones,
guys.
2 bills, and watch one on there and one on the other.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Reason that them
Doc,
earbuds
you
are
got that figured out?
one in each ear.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's coming from a guy. That's coming from a guy with the Maserati in his garage. Don't mind Blake.
Sweet. A Maserati. I kind of like those.
And a Corvette.
I'm not so big on them. Back in my younger days, I worked for a General Motors dealership. In fact, 3 different ones. And all that crap like that nobody else wanted to work on is the stuff they stuck me with them. And I never was a fan after having to work on every one of them vets that come in the dealership.
This one doesn't spend much time in a dealership. Keep it in pretty good shape. It'll munch a pretty good hole in your underwear when I hit the throttle, though. I've had Luke squealing in the passenger seat.
Probably the scariest car ride I've ever been on in my life.
Next summer, if you get to make a trip down here, I'll take you for a ride in one. I had a Mustang that run 830s at 168 miles an hour, and I sold it. And the guy blowed it, had it for several years, and now my son has it. And we're going to put it back together for him.
That sounds fast, and I like speed, so that works perfect.
Well, you'll love this thing, man. You get to see the stars in it if you do it just right.
Hey, Blake, do me a favor. Pick me a number from 1 to 10.
I'm going to go with 7 this time.
All right, let's roll that wheel.
Let's roll
Here
it.
we go.
I hope that's what you had in mind.
That's it. 2, 3,
What is he pressing?
4,
He's doing random. He's doing random org.
5.
Oh, I got that.
6. The number was 7, right?
Correct.
Yep. That's after 6.
And the winner is Ethan Starr.
Oh, Ethan.
Nice.
Congrats.
Ethan.
Another one of the
Winner.
guys who watch you guys all the time.
There you go.
Yep.
Here we go.
What are you going to win? Drum roll.
How you like that wheel, guys? Isn't that cool?
Sweet. Sounds like a drum roll. What's going on, live stream?
They watched me. I
Triple
forgot
Northwoods
they
in the
were up
house.
there. And I was scared.
Muddy Rivers catfish and stuff.
I mean,
Hooker's Terminal Tackle. You get a package of hooks from Hooker's Terminal Tackle. If you will contact them guys, they will ship you out a package of Mad Catter hooks.
Good deal.
I got to write this stuff down so I don't forget.
Brats are done.
Brats are done.
Really?
We got something else to show.
That's awesome. Kind of makes me hungry. How about you, Doc?
Yeah, I'm sitting. Yeah, while they were sitting there eating chicken.
Blake's got something for you guys to see here.
Do you guys eat in your boats?
you guys
I know,
grow in the
Yeah.
boat? Yeah. Check this out. This is what Blake does for condiments.
This is Valhalla. This is our little flight to heaven. You got Taco Bell Fire. You got Taco Bell Verde, hot, mild,
Mayo?
medium, Devil's Picante, mayonnaise, fancy ketchup. It's not regular ketchup.
Just not
It's
regular,
not
just the
regular.
fancy.
And Jakob asked me the other day, he went to garnish his hot dog. We were eating hot dogs in the boat the other day. He said, what's this fancy stuff? Spare no expenses. Nice cars, nice ketchup, everything in between.
Oh my God, Doc! I never thought of anything like that. Did you?
I've never, that's the first time I've ever seen a fishing box used for that. That's pretty good.
That's a great one, Blake. That is pretty awesome, actually. I will tell you that Cindy keeps all that stuff in a backpack. She don't let me in it, so there's never any shad scales or skipjack scales in it. But she keeps all that stuff ready for me. Glenn says we need to do a cooking segment on the show. Luke, what do you think?
I'll do it sometime.
We just did. Where have you guys been for the past 40 minutes? I'm beginning to wonder you guys are watching something separate.
He said
Is
he'd provide
this
a RigRap
connection
chef
getting
hat.
pinched off somewhere in Iowa? We're on round 2.
Heck yeah, man.
Luke's got banana Foster, a torch, a little pan. There's nothing.
That's awesome.
We have a lot of fun up here.
Listen, guys, we're running over a little bit on our time. I can't thank you guys enough for spending your night of fishing with the Catfish Weekly. Doc, these guys are a hoot, ain't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you what.
Definitely.
Hey, it's the third thing he said all night.
Well, I haven't had a
Doc,
chance
I was
get in
about to
here
call
much.
the medic.
No, I'm good. Everything's still palpitating here.
I don't know what room you're in, but I was gonna have somebody come and check your pulse.
You know, we need to do this again when you guys were out, and I'm amazed at the fact that where you're at is still pretty light. You're in my house.
Yeah.
I look out the window and it's dark.
It's dark here in Ohio.
We have a bunch of lights on too, so it's actually brightening everything.
Yeah. Sun is set. Sun's behind the trees.
Yeah, but I can see the blue sky and all that behind you.
Right.
Lyle, before we leave, did you get your tickets?
My tickets.
To the gun show?
No.
You didn't
no, I did not. No.
That's a little albino model.
Thanks for having us, Lyle and Doc. We really do appreciate it.
Appreciate you being on the show.
It is. Yeah, it's so wonderful. You guys do so much great things for the sport. And Luke, if there's anything that when you and Jacob and all you guys get together and do this benefit thing, count me in. You know, if Doc's not working, I'm sure he would join in. We would like to be a part of that and help you guys out. Danny Cal just joined the show, or he's been in here for a while, and I just now noticed him. Welcome, Danny. But we will be happy to be a part of that, and whatever we can do to help you guys out, we'll be glad to do it. But I enjoyed being on your feed the other night, and thank you guys so much for being a part of the show. It's been a great show, and we've had a blast.
Hey, Lyle, one quick recap, Make sure you go and check out the white sturgeon video. And like Jacob said, we got an upcoming flathead video. It's sure to please. Good stuff.
Absolutely. Now tell us where we can see all of your stuff at, guys.
You're the Hollywood.
YouTube.com / Northwoods Angling. We're also on Facebook.
Northwood.
If you want to contact me, email hollywoodgoesbig@gmail.com. I'm just kidding.
If you guys that are watching the show, if you haven't watched Northwood Angling videos, you need to go to YouTube and pick those up and watch them. The sturgeon video, it caught an absolute stud sturgeon. Quick release, and it was a great fight.
Yeah,
the whole thing was wonderful, but all of their shows is good. You can watch Luke and Jacob and all the guys on Luke's live feeds 2 or 3, 4 nights a week. It's a lot of fun. They tell you a lot of quality information, Doc. I mean, special ways that they hook their bait to keep them from the hooks from turning back into. It's just quality information. A fun bunch of guys.
Yeah, Luke's the look on Luke's face when that sturgeon turned around and said, "See ya."
You ever rewatch it and watch Blake?
Listen to what he says. No.
It was like my baby just fell into the Grand Canyon. It was the point of no return.
Turn it up and pay attention to Blake. It's hilarious.
We just died.
I'll rewatch it again.
Outro, well,
that was the outro, guys. Welcome.
Did they leave?
Yeah, I think they did.
I think they did. Those guys are a blast. I was so glad to have them on the show. And now Doc Dieter has been doing some shows also with his son Grayson.
Yeah, I watched his the other night. That was a hoot.
Yeah, it was, and I'm trying to get Dieter to do a show with us with Grayson, and they don't necessarily have to be out on the boat. All of that worked out really well with Luke and Jacob and them guys, but. Him and Grayson, they have a blast out on the boat. Grayson kind of watches the rods and catches a fish, and Dieter does his talking and things. But these guys that we just had, they're as good a guest as there is to have on a show.
Yeah.
They're really a bunch of great guys.
We always have
you got some, and they're a lot of fun. Have you got some stuff we need to go over tonight?
Yeah, I've got some results for tournaments. Some of them are here in Ohio, and then there's some other places. The first one I've got is the Flathead Blues. This is on Hoover Reservoir, which is in Columbus, Ohio. It's about a 3,300-acre lake. The state of Ohio has been stocking blues in this lake for quite some time. It's got 5 ramps on it, 10 horsepower limit, and a 23-foot boat length limit. I got busted on this lake because I had a 24-footer, which I didn't know they had it, but I learned real quick. But Amanda Johnson runs this tournament series, very good series. I know a lot of the guys, and I fish with a lot of these guys, but first place was Robert Kilkenny and Bill Taylor, 57.5 pounds, and that's 4 fish limit. A big fish was a 20.9 pound. I think that was a blue. Second, Joe Hatfield, Kyle Gibney, 47.2 pounds. Third, Ron Hughes and David Funk, 31.1 pounds. They had 19 teams at that tournament. Very nice. Next one, Carlisle Lake Catfish Tournament Series. First place, Justin Wolf and Matt McIntyre, 39.4, and they also had the big fish, which was 13.3 pounds. Second, Dustin Sefton and Jeff Wright, 35.2, and third was Jake Nally and Eric Sassy, 34.6. Catfish Country, Aberdeen, Ohio, on the Ohio River, 18 boats. First place, Dotson Baker and Blauvelt, that's Mark, 45.7 pounds. Second, DeFosse and Fall, 24.85 pounds. Third, Brock and McDonald, 24.5. Big Fish, Darnell and George, 17.15 pound flathead. Next, West Branch Catfish Tournament, the Ohio Backwoods Chronicles. First, Skip and Rainey Martin, 37.10, big fish, a 9.6. Second, Steve and Brian, 31.11, and third, Larry and Josh, 29.3. And my last one, Ohio Hills Catfish Club, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, 18 boats. First place, Willie and Stacy Smith, 117.8 pounds. Second, Todd Anderson and Josh, 70.6. And third, Kelly and Chuck, 68.8. J.L. Campbell had the big fish, which was a 42.2 pound flathead. Those are all my results.
Willie and Stacy have been kind of setting the world on fire over in your neck of the woods.
Yes, they have.
Now, speaking of setting the world on fire, we had a guy on here a while back, Joe Roberts, and he's been tearing it up in our area over around Kansas City. And in Central Missouri Cats over the weekend, they had a night tournament at Waverly. In first place, Joe Roberts and Jack Van Leer, 5 fish for 111.3 pounds. Second place, Corey McKnight, Ross Feeney, 2 fish for 87.8 pounds, and big fish, a 78.4, a giant. Jason Grismore and Charlie Harris, third place, a 4 fish limit of 87.3. Fourth place, Chris Quigley and Christian Graham, 5 fish for 83.9. That's pretty close weights. Joe Burkhart and Adam Burkhart, 5 fish for 78.7 pounds. And sixth place, which we normally don't do, but sixth place was Marty Gerloff and Savannah Skiles. And the reason we did, their 5 fish was 76.8 pounds. The reason we did is Joel and Jack was already qualified for the Catfish Weekly National Championship, so it dropped down. They was already qualified, so that qualifies Marty Gerloff and Savannah Skiles. Now, Doc, we have 285 anglers now qualified for this event.
Oh, wow.
That's a big number. We got a long way to go.
Yeah, and I don't have my phone with me right now, but I got a countdown timer on my phone for that tournament.
You do, really?
Yes, I did.
Well,
yeah.
We're going to have a lot of fun. We got a lot of tournaments left and a lot of year-end tournaments that are doing the top 5 in how you finish in their year-end stuff. Now,
Yeah.
Brunswick night tournament, the Brunswick shootout next weekend in Brunswick, Missouri. Last 2 years, there's been 97 or 98 boats in it. Personally, I'm expecting 125 or more boats to fish this tournament. You guys, you need to get to Brunswick, Missouri next weekend. You need to jump up there and get on this Missouri River. You just seen the weights that they fished not very far from there. There'll be some absolute pigs caught up there next weekend. It's an all-night tournament. Contact Alex Nagy. He can hook you up. We're going to be up there doing a live broadcast, providing we have the internet connection, and we're assured that we will have. Cindy and I'll be up there doing it, and if we can make it happen, we're going to try to broadcast this Calcutta because it's the most amazing event in such a small area that you've ever seen. It's a blast. And we're going to have a really good time, and they will have some fish caught, I'm telling you. Also, they have a tournament coming up, Southern Missouri, Cape Girardeau, I think the following weekend, if I'm not mistaken, Doc. I have to look that up. I didn't get that wrote down. I had so much stuff going today, it's unbelievable. I don't even have it wrote down on my schedule because they had to reschedule that tournament. It was supposed to be earlier in the year, and that's why it's not on my schedule. So it's glad to see everybody doing so good. Before you get to Doc's tip of the week, we're working on a new project for Catfish Weekly. Chris had always set up a deal with a special membership thing on our website, and what we're going to do is we're going to change some stuff around and let you join the Catfish Weekly website for free. It doesn't cost you anything, and that will put you on a list for all the giveaways or any special promotional things that we do. You will be included in that. You won't have to sign up every week. The only thing that you will have to do once it's completed is you'll have to put your name on there and contact information. So if, say, Robert with Crusher Marine comes up with something and he wants to do a special promotional thing, that way you guys can get a head start on it. Or if Glenn with RigRap comes up with something, you'll have the head start on some of that stuff that we're going to be doing before it actually gets done. So we'll need contact information from you, but it won't cost you anything, and then you won't have to sign up on the contest and stuff. You'll automatically be added to them each and every week. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that'd be a good deal there.
Yeah. I just got to get to make it happen. WordPress is not my strong suit, and that's what our website's on. And I really struggle finding that out, but we'll get it done and make it happen. And I think that'd be really good. So what have we got tonight for Doc's tip of the week?
All right, Doc's tip of the week. For those of you that have automatic life jackets like I do, make sure that you check and make sure that green light is still on and saying that this unit is good. You should be checking them every 2 to 3 months. Also, your regular life jackets, make sure that you check the stitching. I mean, if there's any rips or tears and a Coast Guard sees that, they're going to black flag you right off the bat. They're getting real here in Ohio. They're really looking that kind of stuff over real good. You know, any rips and tears, you might as well throw that jacket out because they're going to keep you off of the water until you get something to replace it. So that's Doc's tip for the night.
Then a great tip it is. We need. I've noticed and I've commented on Dieter's. Dieter out fishing by himself sometimes at night, and he's been wearing his PFD.
Yep.
That's
he's got
great.
He's got the same one I've got, the Mustang.
Yep. He does, and I'm terrible about wearing them because of my shoulder surgery. They bother me. They irritate where that surgery's at. It's still a good idea to do them. At our age, Doc, I know you wear yours all the time.
Oh, and, yeah, I always wear it. Well, when we were on the Mississippi, I never, with the Mustang, you know, you just don't even realize you got it on.
Right.
You know, it's real comfortable. But it's not that I don't trust you and your boating skills. It's just that I'm a big guy. If I fall over, you know, I want this thing to pop open and y'all can run me down at a later time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the best thing you can do if something like that would happen is just relax. It'll take care of you and let the guys in the boat come to you. Don't get excited. I know that's hard to do, but you'll be a lot better off if you just kind of float along and let them come get you and pick you up, and everything will be great.
Yep. So great show tonight. I mean,
it was wonderful. I'm pretty excited about Mississippi River Monsters coming up, Doc. Yeah. I know that we're going to have a great time when we get there. We got the Catfish Conference. We got Monsters on the Ohio. We got Winter Blues on Wheelers. We got a bunch of stuff coming up there. This Brunswick tournament this weekend is going to be an absolute blast for a lot of guys. Now, we're not going to fish it this year. We're going to help them do that and try to do the show and do that stuff. But it's a great event. Anybody that gets a chance to make it up there needs to do it.
And I'm fishing a tournament with my grandkids this weekend. I've been doing this for several years, and as they get old enough, they can get on board the boat. So on Friday, it starts on Thursday at noon. Star and I are going to go pre-fish tomorrow, and it's in Indian Lake, Ohio. And on Friday, I will have 4 of my granddaughters on board the boat, and they will be fishing with me. And then on Saturday, I have the 2 twins on board the boat. So I'm gonna, and all Doc's doing is I am the guide, and
excellent.
You know, they all know how to net, and I don't even have to do any of that. They can grab the nets. I throw the poles out because I'm afraid somebody's going to let a pole go by. So I go ahead and throw the baits out for them and get that all set up. But as far as the kids, I mean, they crank them in, and it's just a 1-fish tournament. Each child can catch the 1 fish. The biggest fish wins the pot. But they've got, you know, children's brackets, so the kids have a blast doing it. I enjoy it. We come off of the water at lunchtime. There's a McDonald's that's got you can drive up and park the boat right there, and then the kids can get out and eat, and they feed the seagulls French fries, and it's a blast for me. I enjoy it, and I know they enjoy it too. So
I remember you talking about that last year. I hope you get some footage of that. If you take your GoPro, maybe you can get some footage.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do that this year.
I would love to see it. I know you're going to have a blast, and those guys will have a lot of fun too.
Looking forward to it. So
heck yeah. We had a guest cancel for next week, so I'm in search mode right now trying to come up with somebody. If we don't come up with somebody, you and I'll just have to think of something to talk about. And I'm thinking catfish might be it.
Okay. Well, if not, I've got somebody in mind. We'll talk about it.
That's perfect. Great show tonight, Doc. I want to thank everybody for watching. This may have been the most watched live event that we've ever had.
I saw 82 people on here.
Exactly, and they're in and out all the time, so it's not the same ones, you know, any live feeds like that. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Northwood Angling guys as much as we did having them, and we'll have them back on here one of these days, and we'll do this again. So see y'all next Monday night on Catfish Weekly.
See ya.